Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matt, Trend 943. In today's video, I have blog video number 22 here on the PRR Keystone. Alright, so since the last time you guys have seen the layout, which in a blog video has been a couple months, I believe 3, since my last blog video, but at any rate, I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of layout progress I've done, and then I'll also show you guys some additions I'm thinking about doing to the layout, and I want to get you guys' opinions on them, and maybe it'll help me decide what I want to do here. So let's take a look. Alright, so we'll start back here on the back spine here, and I went ahead and put some buildings in. Now I had a couple of these buildings in place in the last blog video, but I went ahead and rearranged them a little bit and wired them up. So I have these 3 train stores in the back, and then I have one of these smaller little buildings that's actually a train store as well in the back. And I think it looks pretty good, and I'm really happy with the way this section's turning out. Now, I do want to add a street and probably a parking lot of some kind. I have a car, as you guys can see in the very left of your screen there, which I'll show you a little bit better in a second. But this section's getting here. I'm liking it, and it'll only look better as time goes on. Alright, so we're back here on the back spine so you can see us a little bit better, but I have this car sitting right here. It's a Beetle. And I'm probably going to add a couple more cars and make this a parking lot, so I think that'll be pretty cool in the end. Alright, so while we're in the back here, I'll go ahead and show you some more work. And I added these crossovers that I have, and I put them in so that way I can change the trains from loop to loop, and that's pretty cool. Now I do want to add another set, because right now, the way it is, when I'm running the trains the way I have them now, I have the one on the outside line running clockwise, and then I have the one on the inside line, which is where this caboose is that you see, running counterclockwise. And that's fine for when I'm running it this way, but when I change the trains, when I put the outside one on the inside and the inside one on the outside, they're running the opposite way, and the only way to bring them back is to back them through the crossover, and I really don't want to do that. So I'll show you where I'm going to remedy that, and it'll be pretty cool once it's all done. Alright, so we'll move on to the front section. I went ahead and did some work over here as well. And the first thing I did was I moved my cantilevered signal bridge. I originally had it pointing the other way, so I had it pointing the other direction, not facing the camera. And it really wasn't working, and I figured I'd move it back over here, and it looks better that way, so that's what I did. Looks pretty good. Alright, next up I have this section over here, and in the last video that I did, I didn't have anything over here, and that was mainly because I was rearranging buildings and I wasn't really sure what I wanted over here, so I finally decided. So I have a passenger station, and then I have a house. Now the house is one of the K-Line ranch houses, and that actually does have a smoke unit installed in it, so I need to wire up the smoke unit, but I do have the lights wired in, and I think this area is looking pretty good. And I'm holding the tripod for this scene, so if it shakes, bear with me here, but I have this piece right here. Now this is a item where the sledder guy goes down the hill. It's kind of similar to the transfer dock that has the operating people. It's the same kind of idea, and it's a really pretty neat little piece. Now it's obviously for Christmas time, so I'm going to take it out here, and then where I was talking about those crossovers earlier, this is where they're going to be. So right where that straight section is, I'm going to have a crossover there, and then I'm going to have another switch on the other side, and that'll do the crossover. So that way, whatever way I'm running the trains, they will go ahead and run the right way. I won't have to back anything through the crossover, so that'll be pretty cool. Alright, so I've done some other work on the layout too. Part of it is underneath the layout, so let me go ahead and jump under here. And you can see, I mean, you could get a little light going. You can see I got some wiring done. And I went ahead and put in these terminal strips, and the wires just keep going and going. Right here, this is my distribution panel, which I go out to the control panel, which I'll talk about in a second. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Now I have a lot more feeders yet to run. I did the whole front section, but I still got to do all the back section yet. So let me get up off my knees here. So I still have to do all the back, but the front is a lot better. There's not really too much power droppage, which is nice. I have 3 power drops on here. I have one here, and then I have one here, and then I have one over here. So it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but for what I need, it works, and I'm very happy with it. So we'll do the back next. Alright, so now we have the control panel, and the control panel is the same panel I've had for a while, but I went ahead and rearranged it. And this, I'm pretty sure now is the final way I'm doing it. I've pretty much done everything else I can do, and I've gone back to this, and I really like it a lot. So I have my transformer, which is this MRC Pure Power dual transformer on the top, and then in the drawer here I have my legacy base, and then in the back, which I was kind of surprised I was able to do this, I have my TIU. So let me go ahead and show you that. Alright, it's nothing special. I mean, you guys know what a TIU looks like. There you go. And I have the wires hooked up to banana jacks, and they go up to this terminal strip, and it may look like a rat's nest, but it's really just because I haven't tidied up any of the wires yet. But basically I have a hot and common going to each loop, one of those, and then down here one of those. Now this wire here is the supply that goes to an isolated siding track, which I eventually want to put on a switch. But the TIU just goes up to there, nothing fancy. And then the transformer I have hooked up to the TIU for the input side, and then there's the good old legacy base. So pretty nice. Alright, so the last piece I have in this blog video for today is something I'm not 100% sure on, and I want you guys' opinion on it. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about doing an upper level. Now, I'd love to do a full around the perimeter of the layout upper level, but there's one little snag on that, and that is I also want an engine house. So what I'm going to do with the engine house is it would start probably right about where the legacy remote is. So I'd have it a straight section till it gets to about where the curve, like right about there, and then I would get rid of all of this, and then this here would all be locomotive yard, especially for like my big ones like the ABA you see right there. But I'm not sure on that because I could also do a full upper level. So if I come over here, you can see I kind of have it started, and what the upper level would be is I could do a hole around the perimeter upper level where it would curve kind of about where the remote is and kind of follow that track there with the big buildings next to it. Could have it do that, or I could have where that trolley is, I could have a point-to-point trolley operation and have the trolley stop at a couple of station stops and get the module to stop it and look like it's picking up people. So really the question is, which one do you think I should do? Do you think I should do the trolley operation, or do you think I should have the whole the whole around the room upper level? I'm really not sure, so if you guys can give me some input on that, let me know. The only thing I'm thinking, and the reason why I'm skeptical about the whole upper level thing, is because I don't know if I'd have the room with the piers and all that to fit the engine house the way I'd want to. So I really don't know, and honestly, I really wouldn't run none of my really huge trains up on this upper level. It mainly would be like my passenger trains or like my semi-scale freights and things like that. I wouldn't go running the subway or anything like that up here, just because I would use tubular track, and tubular track will support the weight of these things just fine. But I don't know. I don't really feel really entrusted with it. So, but let me know what you guys think on that, and definitely get back to me, as I'd be really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. So, but until the next one, guys, that's going to do it. I'm Matt, Turnover 943. Take care. We'll see you around. Bye-bye.